losing access to your selling account on online marketplaces like Amazon can have a detrimental effect on your e-commerce business. An account deactivation means that you've lost all of your selling privileges on the platform. Your product lists are no longer visible in the marketplace, and you cannot make any sales. The marketplace will usually notify you when this happens and provide you with a reason why. They will serve a suspension notice, explaining that you have violated their policies or terms and conditions. To reinstate your account, you'll need to have a full understanding of your account deactivation and file an appeal. Often your account will have been deactivated for one of 4 reasons. 1. Seller performance. One of the most important components of a successful e-commerce business is customer satisfaction. Your seller performance is assessed based on negative customer reviews or feedback, late shipments, and order cancellations. You need to keep this within the marketplace's targets. On Amazon, your order defect rate needs to be less than 1%. Product standards. Your products need to be to a good standard. This means that you cannot sell restricted, counterfeit, or used products as new. Sellers that have received feedback reporting used or illegitimate products will be suspended. It is important to keep up to date with selling policies in all the countries that you ship to, if you ship outside of the United States. Multiple accounts. You cannot have more than one seller account on the majority of online marketplaces. It can be tempting to make a new account if you receive a suspension. But both your new and old accounts will be suspended, and you're much less likely to be reinstated. Copyright infringement and policy violations. Be aware of infringements and policy violations for your online marketplace. Listings that use copyrighted advertising material will be removed and your account will be suspended. Items should also not include fake trademarks or infringe on other sellers' copyrights. Your ability to reinstate your seller account depends on the kind of deactivation that has been applied. There are generally 4 stages of account deactivation. The first stage is account suspension. If your account has been suspended, you will need to get in touch with the marketplace to find out why. An account suspension is usually due to a minor violation that can easily be rectified by submitting an action plan. The errors could just apply to one listing rather than your entire account. The second is account deactivation. You have been prohibited from continuing any selling activities until your appeal has been made. You must file an appeal within 90 days for your reinstatement case to be considered. If you do not act, your account will be permanently closed. The third is account denial. This stage means that your appeals have been rejected. This is a difficult situation to be in, as you cannot make any new appeals. You can reform and resubmit your action plan, but the marketplace has no obligation to revisit your account. The fourth is account ban. This is the final stage of account deactivation. Your account has been completely removed from the marketplace and cannot be reinstated. New accounts would likely also be banned once they're discovered and linked to you by the marketplace. Understanding the type of account suspension and the reason behind your deactivation will help guide your appeal. Once you have been sent a suspension notice, you have a limited time to make an appeal. For most marketplaces, the appeal time is 90 days. The first step to making an appeal is to fully read and understand your suspension notice. This will explain the reason behind your suspension. When crafting your appeal letter, you need to explain and demonstrate that you understand what you did wrong. Begin by identifying your errors. Then begin to chart out a plan of action. Explain what steps you will carry out to rectify your mistakes. The online platform needs to see that all the errors will be addressed. Next, explain the steps that you will take to ensure that this violation never happens again. This could include changing your suppliers, changing your advertising materials, or providing a quicker response to customers. Your future actions will depend on the reason your account was suspended in the first place. Once you have put together a professional and clear appeal letter, you can submit this to the online marketplace. Under your suspension notice, there will be an option to appeal. submit your letter here. Finally, you need to be patient. It can take a few weeks to a few months to hear the results of your appeal. This is why you need to ensure that you were clear and professional in your appeal letter. Your account will either be reinstated or your appeal will be denied. This is depending on the violation that was committed and whether they trust that you understand the necessary steps to rectify your mistake. When your account is reinstated, you must begin your plan of action. Make all the necessary changes to rectify the violation and then continue selling. To avoid future deactivation, check all of your listings and make sure they're all up to the standard. At Yardline, we offer a unique mix of strategy, support, and access to funding for e-commerce businesses to help them grow. We purchase a portion of your future sales so that you can leverage that revenue today. Submit your application and get access to our business optimization tools and guidance from a range of business experts. Contact us today to get the funds that you need to take your business to the next level.